Compared to the games that were out when I was a kid, the graphics are just they're just fantastic.
Bet you need even turns up to that party.
I didn't have anything to wear anyway.
Maybe it'll be a bust.
Dominic, do you know what? I've been thinking, we should do a game show together. You've got the specs for it.
Dominic considered all too briefly Emily's tantalising proposition. His citizens could never survive without his protection. He stared deep into Emily's eyes. "No, thank you," he said. And to the buffet he retired.
See Rab, you know Rab, he used to be in that videoGaiden show. He complains about the way Dynasty Warriors games get reviewed by games reviewers. They just say it's the same as the last one. It's not fair. Nobody buys me presents anymore. You know the way he acts. See when an A-Train game comes out, doesn't even get reviewed, just ignored. A-Train HX is for my heroes Artdink. Oh wait, this has been reviewed. Exciting graphics and tons of gameplay, says Amiga Action. I've made a mistake. That's the wrong one as well. Sorry. I forgot what year it was. I think Artdink have forgotten what year it is as well. This game's barely changed. Obviously you've got your beautiful 3D graphics. Shut up, they are beautiful. At high def. But the game's essentially the same. Your beauty! What you do is, essentially what you do is the same as I did about 17 years ago. So here, let's have a look at my notes from 17 years ago. The train system in A-Train is like the spine of your city. That's what you concentrate on first. Here I've marked out zones with my tracks. That's my taxes. I'll need to keep a hold of that. Here's a finished schedule. There's my zones, and I've marked out which trains depart and arrive in which stations and what times. I've left a note for myself at the top there. So let's see. That's to remind me that my population level is pretty much at its peak, and I can take my freight trains in and out of service whenever building materials are. This isn't really helping you, this information, is it? Right, just read the manual. Read the manual, because you really need things explained. No, this isn't going to be enough. We're going to need a bigger boat. Look at the manual for the Amiga version. Gorgeous! Everything you need to know, clearly and precisely planned out and explained. Lovely, detailed descriptions of all the trains that are in the game. They've even went to the border of putting in wee historical facts for the railroads, and they've got quotations for famous people to keep you entertained while you're browsing your beautiful manual. Here's one for Oscar Wilde. "I shall never travel without my diary. One should always have something sensational to read on the train." What? It's sometimes not really like playing a game. It's like learning a skill. This is what you do when you buy A-Train HX, because no doubt you will. What you need to do, is turn it on and stare at it for hours. That sounds like rubbish advice, but it's no. It's like one of those pictures that looks like complicated rubbish, but if you stare through it, you start to see shapes form and it starts to have structure. That's what A-Train HX is. Once you see it, once you know what you're looking at, it's joyous. It's like being inside a big toy and you can play with everything. You build things, knock them down, sit in your wee trains, do your taxes. Sitting with one of my cities that I've watched develop up from nothing. Watching the sun go down, seeing all the wee lights flicker on. I think it's the most content I've ever been with a video game. A-Train HX is worth playing. It's an FPS.
Fat Rab, Fat Ryan. This week's number 1 selling title is Command and Conquer Kane's Wrath on the PC. And season finale for all you ladies out there.
Sometimes, did that start too late now?
No, there was a bit black at the start of the footage. You can just carry on.
I like when I've played a game, right, and I've found out that it's really, really absolutely disgustingly and embarrassingly atrocious and a humiliation for everybody involved. I like watching back the adverts that they've released.
What did that say? Alone what?
I don't know, but they're actually trying to sell the game to people despite it being an absolute shambles.
See, do you ever think that if you work if you work making games, right, and the boss man comes in on Monday morning and says, right, this is our new game, it's an FPS, why do people not just go, that's a stupid idea?
Well, there's nothing wrong with a game being an FPS, but there's something wrong with a game being a ridiculous Benny Hill styled absolute messy, a disaster, an atrocious, disgusting piece of crap, absolutely disgusting, crappy, ridiculous load of crap.
Good, I'll check it out then.
I bet Zach Eastwood would have went to the party, huh?
You'd have to talk to him and all that.
You would, wouldn't you?
Wouldn't it be worth it?
No, wouldn't you want to go? Who want to go to a party and talk to him? I'm glad I'm stuck in. I'm staying in here.
Me and all.
Hey guys, listen, I've got something to say. Guys,
I was Miss Czechoslovakia.
Hey, come on, no, it's all well and
5
good
years in a
fun,
row.
but listen, guys, come on, I've got a rare muscle wasting disease, guys. I'm going to be dead soon, guys. I'm going to be dead soon. I've got a rare. Hey, guys, I'm going to be bankrupt. Guys, come on. Guys, can you just listen to me? You're not listening.
I tried watching one of those online downloadable episodes of Gaiden, but it was too shit, so I had
listen to me now, it's my time. This is my time. Can you listen, guys? Can you just stop what you're doing, guys? You just have a little, listen, come on, have a little, talk, speak to Zach here, come on.
It's the last minute of the series, so we're going to show you how to do your own 1 minute reviews. First of all,
hello and welcome. You need an intro first. Hello and welcome to the 1 minute review.
Then you need to show some footage of some kind of uninspiring game.
Video game.
In this case, a game called Viking. Which is extremely boring.
And it was made and published by Sega.
No, it wasn't made by Sega. It was published by Sega.
It was published
so it's
by
always
Sega.
good to get a wee factual inaccuracy in there. Get a wee inaccuracy in there and makes you look human. Then you move on to slagging off the game. Viking, very, very boring, very turgid, terrible combat. Sections that are ripped off from God of War. Really, really poor title.
It's like the combat is very slow, isn't it?
Yeah. It's always good to re-emphasise certain points by having another person repeat.
And around about with 10 seconds to go, you would want to give a game a score that you've been talking about.
I would give this game 3 out of 10.
The score that I have been talking about...
It's not that bad, I'd give it 5 out of 10.
Sorry, the score that I have been talking about is about 3 out of 10 as well.
Okay, and it's always good if one of the guys hasn't played it at all. That'd be Ryan this week.
Yes.
Yeah, man. That's what you get, man. That's what I'm talking about, Hunter. World champion, man. Champ. Oh, man. Hunter. What the hell, Hunter? Oh, that's cheating, man.
This is what you guys.
What? That ain't right. Oh, funny, no, my brother. Don't hurt me, Dracula. Don't hurt me. Oh, my brother. No, man. Grab and run, man. Grabbing round, man. On the board, man. Oh, Lord. Oh, no, I'm gonna get you, Dracula.
The reason why I'm leaning over Ryan's toilet pan is that I've just been playing Condemned 2 on the Xbox 360. Now, you remember Condemned was an Xbox 360 launch title, and back when everybody was talking about crappy old Cameo and even crappier old Perfect Dark Zero, Condemned was shocking the world. Oh, it was a wee quiet wee game, nobody really heard anything about it. Turned out to be an amazing experience, a frightening, atmospheric experience. Fast forward a few years later, I'm all excited about reviewing Condemned 2, and then something terrible happens. Something that's only ever happened to me once before, with a game called Thief 2. Motion sickness. Terrible, terrible motion sickness. I've only been able to play Condemned 2 in 20-minute stretches. At the end of each session, seriously, I've felt ill, dizzy, sick. It's not the best way to review a game, but I'm going to try anyway. Now, one of the best things about the original Condemned was that it eased you in gently. It dressed things up in a cop show setting, and then with wonderful pacing it threw events at you, ramping things up perfectly. It's depressing then that Condemned 2 begins with a silly tutorial-style brawl against a big squad of enemies. For anyone who loved Condemned, this is the last thing you want. Condemned wasn't about the combat, it was about the atmosphere. So you have two choices at this early stage. Either go in a huff and fall out with the game, or accept that this is a different kettle of fish, and aliens to the original's Alien, and get on with it. Actually, there's a third choice. You can also feel dizzy and sick and have to go and lie down for a bit. How do you go and lie down? I don't know why game-related motion sickness happens, to be honest. But a quick Google tells me that I'm not the only guy that's suffering for this with Condemned 2. Maybe it's because this does really feel like a proper first-person perspective game. You feel like you're this main character. You feel like you're inside the head of this flailing, drunken, staggering character. That's what about Ryan feels 24 hours a day. Maybe it's the viewing angle. Maybe it's the head bob. Well, I preferred you call me Rab, to be honest. All I know is it's unacceptable to be playing a game 1 minute and then lying bare-chested on your bathroom floor with vomit all your beard and shit all up the walls the next. Oh. Anyway, back to this game, this first-person survival horror, brawl 'em up Roman survival attack assault combo attack game. It's sillier, and the frights are far less subtle than the first, but it's still a great game. There's still nothing else out there that's quite like Condemned. Brawls turn into messy slobber knockers with guys wailing on each other and flinging old tellies about and falling down stairs and flying head first through glass doors. It's like 10 hours straight of Shawn Michaels throwing Marty Jannetty through the barbershop window. It has to be noted as well that your man has some reach on him. Sometimes when he's jabbing guys, it's like his arms are 40 feet long, like Dalsim for Street Fighter started cutting about derelict buildings, beating up tramps trying to find out where his elephant's hiding. I want to recommend this game to you. I want to recommend this game to you. But it comes with a warning. Because if you've ever had motion sickness with a game before, and it's always the good games, isn't it? It's never a bad game. It's never a turning point for liberty, you know what I mean? God never gives you a reason to turn crap like that off. Now, if you've ever had it before, try before you buy. That's all I'm going to say. If you've had motion sickness before, try before you buy. Me, I'm a hard man. I don't need to worry about stuff like that. I'm going back in there. It'll take more than vomit and diarrhea to stop me from playing a game, pal. Ain't no what's. It's a different story.
Go on, what are you doing now? Let him go. Go on,
what do you mean? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Wait, I've got one. Use my lighter. Use my lighter.
I've got one.
I've got one.
What do I have to do?
Just like use my lighter. Don't use that one.
I don't grudge Jerry anything.
No, he's good. He's a good guy. I'm no racist.
For all my anxiety, my dear. For all my anxiety. Sorry, God.
Oh, lies, my dear.
We'll do it for peace. A cup of fortune for the sake of all mankind. Oh, my anxiety, my dear. I've got another one. Go for it. Go.
What do you want me to do?